Azimio leader Raila Odinga was forced to hold his address at the Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Foundation offices instead of the Kamkunji grounds amidst the anti-government protests that kicked off countrywide. Addressing Kenyans, Raila commended them for turning out in their numbers for the protests, which he termed as peaceful. He, however, castigated the police for using force and brutality against the protesters, leading to the injury of several protesters in various parts of the country. Here is that story. The protests were marked across various parts of the country, a move hailed by opposition leader Raila Odinga as an indication that Kenyans are tired of the status quo and the false promises of a better life made by the Kenya Kwanza government of President William Ruto.
The message is out loudly and clearly that Kenyans are tired. Watu wamechoka.
However, the protests turned violent and led to casualties as police clashed with the demonstrators in various parts of the country as they agitated for the lowering of the cost of living. Several others were arrested in a move that has been condemned by Raila.
Otherwise, peaceful protests has been accompanied by injuries and possible deaths in various parts of the country. Police have shot, injured and killed protesters in various parts of the country, including here in Nairobi.
Raila reminisced over his Monday trip to Nairobi via a matatu, narrating how he was able to speak to his supporters without the usual police interference.
I was able to get into town, address Kenyans, and disperse peacefully without any injuries or deaths. This was because police did not try to break up the meeting. Yesterday, we were at Kenyatta Market. We were able to have lunch and hold impromptu meeting with the people that ended peacefully because there were no police.
Raila further revealed that he was privy to a plan to thwart his public address at the historic Kamkunji grounds today, forcing the opposition leader to move to the Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Foundation in Upper Hill to hold the press conference.
We received intelligence of a most heinous plan by Kenya Kwanza to ferry armed goons who would attack peaceful attendees of our rally in Kamkunji. These goons had expressed orders to shoot directly into the crowd while enjoying police protection.
And as pockets of protests raged on into the evening, Raila was categorical that the protests involved the well-being of all Kenyans, irrespective of their political affiliations, until the government listens to the demands of the people.
This struggle is not about Azimio or any party in particular. This is now about Kenyans refusing to move on until they get a good deal. We agree with them. This time around, there's no moving on until Ruto shows a readiness to listen to and respect the people. People deserve a deal, not bullets and tear gas.
For Hope TV News Watch, I'm Melissa Oduor.